This is one of our teachers at Tira.
Yeah, hi.
She's
Yeah,
the
but
daughter of Jetsima Akamano, who's the resident teacher and
the founder and spiritual
enlightened me
director.
and
And
spiritual
yeah.
director. Who's amazing. Okay.
Well, thanks, Webb.
Yeah.
So hi, welcome to meditation. So normally Tara teaches this class. Tara is actually Webb's daughter, and she normally teaches the Sunday class. She's out of town, so it's me today. I teach Saturday classes usually. We're going to start with some opening prayers. Do you have a copy of these? Okay, let me see if I can get you some copies.
Thank you.
And just with these, when you're not using them, you just set them on the bench and not put them on the floor. Thank you.
Okay.
Just for you to know, we have an appointment at 11 at the stupa, so I don't.
That's fine. We'll be ending before 11. Yeah. All right. So we're going to just start with 3 7-line prayer. So we'll sing this 3 times. And if you want to say it in English or you just want to read along, that is perfectly fine. Organ yogi numjan sam pemage sardom pola yatsen chogi ngorubne pemajung ne jesurak kordu kandro mangpokor ketki jesudak drupki jinji lob cheer sheksu so guru pema city home. Organ yogi numjan sam pemage sardom pola yatsen chogi ngorubne pemajung ne jesurak kordu kandro mangpokor ketki jesudak drupki jinji lob cheer sheksu so guru pema city home. Organ yogi numjan sam pemage sardom pola yatsen chogi ngodrubne pemajung ne jesurak kordu kandro mangpokor ketki jesudak drupki jinji lob cheer sheksu so guru pema city home. All right. So then we're going to take a moment to remember our motivation for being here today and for doing this meditation. So whenever we begin an activity, it's good to begin by generating compassion and establishing a pure intention that what we're doing is not just for our own benefit, but for the benefit of all sentient beings. So let's just take a moment to generate compassion and make the wish that our meditation here together today will benefit not only ourselves, but all sentient beings. The meditation that we'll be doing today is called Shamatha meditation or Shine meditation. And this is taught by Jetsima Akon Lamo in her book, Stabilizing the Mind. If you're interested in a meditation primer, that book is really great. It's very accessible and really clear instructions on how to meditate, and kind of gives you like a progression of how to kind of develop your meditation practice. But this type of meditation is taught in all forms of Buddhism. It's a very simple practice. The Buddha said that it actually is his favorite practice. And what it is, we'll be focusing our attention on the breath. And you can actually do this kind of meditation, focusing your attention on a flower or a candle or an image of the Buddha or a crystal. You can use something else other than your breath if you want to. But for today, the instructions I'll be giving will be to focus on your breath. So Jetsama has taught that meditation is the natural state of mind when it is relaxed, stable, and open. And so meditating in this way trains our mind to be both calm and relaxed and alert and wakeful. And the point of this meditation is to create space in the mind. And creating space in the mind gives us some room between action and reaction and allows us space to balance our emotions. And this little bit of space is the first step in the development of bodhicitta, which is the compassionate wish to free all sentient beings from suffering. So a lot of times people think of meditation, you think like, de-stress, lower your blood pressure. Like there's a lot of good reasons to meditate for our own benefit. And in an ordinary way, there's a lot of ordinary benefits to meditation. But on a spiritual level, in Buddhism, we meditate because it allows us to create the space in which wisdom and compassion arise, allows us to make space for wisdom and compassion to arise in our mind. And then all the other stuff is bonus. So we also get a little bit more relaxed. But yeah, and then also that space just allows us to not be so caught up in our emotions. You start being able to have a little bit of space so that you start, maybe instead of being caught up in the moment of anger, you see the anger come up in your mind. You go, oh, that's anger. And then you see it dissipate, and you can see the waves of emotions move through without being caught up in riding them and acting from them. And that gives us, that's really empowering, because then we can make choices to live how we want to live instead of just being swept away by our emotional habits. So there's a lot of great reasons to meditate. So we'll take a comfortable seat. If you're watching online, you can sit on the floor cross-legged, or you can sit in a chair. Then just place your hands in your lap, gently relax. You can place them palms down. You can also, if you want, place your right hand in your left hand with your thumbs touching, and put your hands below your navel. So that's how you'll see statues of the Buddha meditating like that a lot of times. Or you can just relax them in your lap. And then check in with your posture. Our spine is straight. You can imagine a thread going up your spine and out the crown of your head, and just pull that thread so that your spine is nice and straight. And your shoulders are open. Your elbows are open a little bit. They're out from your body just a little bit in a relaxed way. So you have room to breathe. There's room around your rib cage for you to breathe. We're not collapsing in on ourselves. We have a lot of room around our rib cage. And that, allowing the breath to move unobstructedly through the body, helps us to allow our thoughts and emotions to move through unobstructedly during our meditation. When we collapse in on ourselves, we restrict the breath, and that tends to make us a little bit more stuck and stagnant in our meditation. So all of the aspects of how we arrange our body have to do with a way of supporting the mind in the meditation practice. Our spine is straight, shoulders are open, elbows are out a bit, so we have all this room around our rib cage. Your eyes are going to stay open, looking downward. You can imagine a line going down the bridge of your nose, down, down, down to the ground. And then just find a place along that line where it's comfortable to rest your gaze. And if this is your first time meditating and it's uncomfortable to meditate with your eyes open, you really want to keep your eyes closed, that's okay. It's okay if the first couple times you meditate, you want to keep your eyes closed. But in this tradition, we keep them open. And then lastly, place the tip of your tongue right behind your front teeth. It's like you're saying the letter L. And then allow yourself to relax completely and breathe normally. Even though we have all these specific points in our body that we're being aware of, we're also wanting our muscles to be relaxed. So spine is straight and muscles are relaxed. So we're comfortable. And just breathe in your natural rhythm. And put a very light attention on your breathing. You don't try to control it at all. Just breathe naturally with the most gossamer thin attention on your breath. It's like taking your pulse. You don't put any pressure on it, just observe it. Your attention is like a feather, gently riding on the surface of your breath. When thoughts come up, just let them go like bubbles popping on the surface of a pond. You don't have to look to see what they are. You don't have to check to see if it's a good thought or a bad thought. Just let them pop, let them go. Your meditation is not lost by hearing your thoughts, but by following them down the road. So whenever you find yourself hooked by a thought and following it along, just drop it. Drop it and come back to your breath. And if it's really difficult for you to dismiss your thoughts, you can imagine using tongs to pick up the thought and drop it, or you could visualize cutting them with scissors and throwing them away. But you always return to that single-pointed concentration. Return again and again to the gossamer thin attention on your breath. For this first round, we're just going to meditate for 5 minutes, and then we'll do a little bit longer. Okay, so that was our warm-up meditation. I always say it's if you're just starting meditation or you're just getting back into meditation, it's really good to start with little sessions like that, very little sessions of meditation. And you can start wherever you are. If it's, if starting with 1 minute is where you are, then that's great. Start with 1 minute, or or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and then build from there. And we want to always meditate in a way where, like, sometimes people start meditation and they think, oh, I've got to sit for an hour. I've got to meditate. I've got to start with meditating for an hour. And then they burn out and they don't want to meditate again. So we really want to meditate in a way where we want to meditate again tomorrow. So, so whatever that sustainable amount is for you, then start there. And then you can add a minute, add 5 minutes, and build and push yourself a little bit more. But even just doing, you get somewhere early, you've got a minute to sit in your car, meditate for a minute before you go into your appointment or something. You can take little snippets of time and just get a little bit of meditation in. And it's kind of like parking on the far end of the parking lot and walking to the grocery store and getting the steps in, or taking the stairs instead of the elevator. Those little bits of meditation, they add up and they really make a difference. And you'll start to see a difference in your mind, even if you start very, very small. It really does add up. So we can try doing another, a little bit longer round of meditation. So let's see what time it is. Yeah. So we'll do a little bit longer round of meditation, probably about 15 minutes. So we just did 5 minutes. So make it through that. It's just three times that meditation. And if you're finding yourself being very sleepy during your meditation, you can, the point at which you're resting your gaze, if you find yourself very sleepy, you can raise your eyes a little bit so that your eyes are still looking downwards, but there's a little bit more light coming in your eyes. You're not looking so far downwards. So if you're feeling sleepy, raise your gaze. And if you're feeling too much going on in your head, too much energy in your head, then lower your gaze so there's less light coming in your eyes. And so you can kind of helps to like moderate wherever you're at that day. And yeah. All right. So I'm going to set a timer and we'll do another round of meditation. Okay. So, another thing is, if you ever want to do this meditation, if you're doing a formal meditation session, the instructions I gave for how to sit are for, a formal session where you can sit on a cushion. You've got you're going to do meditation. If you're just out and about and you want to meditate, all you have to do is have a straight spine and relaxed body, and that's it. You can be sitting or standing, straight spine, relaxed body. So very easy to do. So we'll have our straight back. Our hands are in our lap. Eyes are relaxed, gazing downwards. Allow yourself to relax completely and breathe naturally. And then put the most gossamer thin attention on your breath. It's like taking your pulse. Don't try to change it in any way. Just breathe as you normally would. With the most gossamer thin attention on your breath. It's like taking your pulse. When thoughts come up, just let them go. Just let them go like bubbles popping on the surface of a pond. Your attention is like a feather. gently riding on the surface of your breath. All right. So now, just like throughout our meditation, we dropped our thoughts. Now, whatever experience you just had of meditation, whatever your experience was, drop it. Now let it go. And then we'll say some dedication prayers to close out our practice. So this is on the back side of this sheet. We'll say these to like seal in the blessing of our practice. Throughout my many lives and until this moment, whatever virtue I have accomplished, including the merit generated by this practice, and all that I will ever attain, this I offer for the welfare of sentient beings. May sickness, war, famine, and suffering be decreased for every being, while their wisdom and compassion increase in this and every future life. May I clearly perceive all experiences to be as insubstantial as the dream fabric of the night, and instantly awaken to perceive the pure wisdom display in the arising of every phenomenon. May I quickly attain enlightenment in order to work ceaselessly for the liberation of all sentient beings. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas altogether, whatever kind of motivation you have, whatever kind of beneficial action, whatever kind of wishing prayers, whatever kind of omniscience, whatever kind of life accomplishment, whatever kind of benevolent power, and whatever kind of immense wisdom you have, similarly I, who have come in the same way to benefit beings, pray to attain these qualities. By this effort, may all sentient beings be free of suffering. May their minds be filled with the nectar of virtue. In this way, may all causes resulting in suffering be extinguished, and only the light of compassion shine throughout all realms. Well, thank you for being here for meditation today. And if you ever want to come here and use this space to meditate, you're welcome to. It's open. This room is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day, and you're always welcome to come here and just meditate on your own anytime.
Thank you so much.
What's
Yeah.
the name of the book again you mentioned earlier?
Stabilizing the Mind.
Stabilize.
It's available on Amazon. Yeah, and you can also find it on our website, which links to Amazon. Yeah.
And I just want to tell you, you have such a beautiful voice.
Oh,
Good spoken, but also understanding.
oh, thank you.
Yes.
Thanks.